Well, good evening, my love. You've really outdone yourself this year with the Christmas decorations. This place looks absolutely amazing. I hope you don't mind I started up the fireplace. It just gives the room a more festive feel. I've got to say, though, don't you think you're a little too old to be leaving out milk and cookies on Christmas Eve? Although I must say I find it adorable. That imagination of yours is just one of the many, many things I love about you. Don't worry about how I got into your place. Just think of it as a Christmas miracle. Why do you look so scared? I know you haven't seen me for a while, but we used to be such great friends. That was until you left. Don't you remember? Please, tell me you remember. Well, that's okay. That's just fine. I've brought gifts to remind you. I guess I really am just like Santa Claus. Well, come here. Come sit with me by the fire and let's reminisce for a while. It's not like you have anywhere else to go tonight. Ah, yes. Let's start with this one. Just a few pages of that journal you used to write in. You were so cute back then. Writing all your feelings down. It was just so nice and convenient for me to understand what you were really feeling. And you hid it so well, too. I remember it took me weeks to find it hidden so deep in your bedroom drawers. I didn't quite like these pages so much, though. I guess you had a crush on that stupid neighbor of yours. You wrote about them an awful lot. So I just did you a favor and got rid of them. Ripped them right out the book. I couldn't bear to tear them apart, though, even if they were about such a vile person. Your handwriting just looked so genuine and messy, just like you. It reminded me so much of you that I just couldn't do it. So instead, I decided to keep them. You stopped writing in that journal so suddenly, around the same time that you moved away. Why did you move away? Why did you leave me after all those years? Anyway, let's see what else is in here. Ooh, this is a good one. The scarf you gave me a few winters back. Do you remember that night? We had been out shopping for Christmas gifts for like the entire day. You said you had to leave early to meet up with somebody. You wouldn't tell me who, no matter how much I asked. I tried to get you to stay longer by saying that we should get some cocoa because I was just so cold. It was all I could think of in the moment. I should have thought of something better. Just some way to make you stay. But you just kept looking at your watch, and instead you quickly took off your scarf and wrapped it around my neck before you ran off. It was so sweet. And better yet, it smelled just like you. I used to keep it nice and safe on my bed. That way it was always there right before I went to sleep. It was as if you were right there laying next to me. It was all I had to remember you by when you left. Why did you leave? Well, I guess it wasn't the only thing I had left of you. Because I had this. This is my favorite gift. Yes, it is hair. Well, it's yours, of course. I always loved your hair when it was long. I loved the way it framed your face. The way you'd toss your head to get it out of your eyes. You were so dramatic. I loved it so much. But that neighbor of yours mentioned one day that they thought you'd look better with short hair. That you'd look nicer and cleaner that way. What do they know? It's not like their opinion mattered, right? Right? It's not like you cared what they thought of you or that you'd want them to think you looked nice. Why should it matter what they think at all? Why should they even matter at all? After that, you started to wear your hair short. It didn't matter to me. I still loved you, of course, but I don't know. It just bothered me. It bothered me so much. I felt like I was losing you. That somehow you were getting farther and farther away from me. But it shouldn't be that big of a deal, though. It's just hair, right? It's just hair. But it was my last piece of you. The last piece of you I ever had, because then you decided to leave. You didn't even tell me why. Or where you were going. Or when you were leaving. I never got to say goodbye to you. Why didn't you tell me anything? Why did you leave me? I missed you terribly. I knew I'd see you again. I figured I wouldn't spend another Christmas without you. I knew if I looked hard enough and never, ever, ever stopped looking, that I'd find you, no matter where you went. Ah, yes, there is one more gift in my bag. You're so observant. Would you like to see what it is? Now I'll keep you right here with me. And you won't ever have to leave my side again. We can have that cozy little holiday that I've always wanted. And I'll never spend a Christmas alone again. Now, I know I was only meant to bring presents for you, but I just couldn't help but bring something for myself, too. I mean, besides having you as my gift, because, God, you're an amazing gift. But look, I brought mistletoe. The perfect addition for our perfect holiday together. Don't you know what you're supposed to do when you're under the mistletoe? Merry Christmas, my love.